As Nigerians are calling out President Tinubu, let us also remember to be calling out our state governors, respective state governors, local government chairmen, state assembly legislators, and all that. But the issue I want to talk about right now even is what some people are saying about pastors. What concern pastors concern the state of a nation. That is the issue of discussion at this very minute. Now, some people have been calling pastors names. Some even call Papa Adeboye, call Papa Oyedepo, call Papa Kumuyi, call Oyakilome, call Jerry Eze. I've seen videos. They are calling pastors. Pastor Apostle Shibuzo. One mentioned the names, list of names in one of my posts. Now, what concerns pastors? Now I want to discuss. Now that issue me want to discuss. Yeah. Now I'm going to read two particular comments. I want to read these two comments for you all because I made this post and some people made some comments. Let me read this too. This was said, this was said, why pastors? We are all in this. Everyone could do something and not sitting down to call out another. That's what that person said. Why pastor? We cannot do something. We are all involved in this. We can do something and not calling. The other guy said, if you understand the Bible, you will know that pastors are not expected to use physical means to fight the battle of life. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Any pastor involved in physical fighting of the battle has failed in ministry. See, any pastor involved in physical fighting has failed in ministry. Bro, it's a lie. This is not a physical fight. Yes, what that second commenter is saying is that pastors are expected to pray. That this issue of nationhood and all that, it is not a physical issue. We are expected to pray. Christians have been praying. Pastors have been praying. Now, this is where they are getting it wrong. Pastors are very influential people. And we have very influential pastors in Nigeria who have influence even in Africa when they speak. When they speak, people want to hear. Bloggers want to record what they say and post because they know the influence they have. There are even some bloggers like VDM. He has influence. VDM is one of the most. Now, so he may not like the name blogger. Let me not call him blogger. Or let me just call him a social media influencer. He has the influence. And since the past days, he has been provoked against the Tinubu administration. He so has the influence that some Nigerians are calling him out that he is working for the government. That when Nigerians are talking about national issues, he will be deliberating about other irrelevant issues. They now feel that he's trying to distract Nigerians. But the guy has been in China. I think whether he has come back to Nigeria now, a false and a fake video of him, AI video, was trending. And they called for his arrest and he has been provoked. Some of you watch his videos of his provocation and all that. Now, listen to me. Those of you who are saying, why pastors? Everyone's hands must be on deck. But you see, especially those who have the influence. We are not saying that pastors should use pulpit to campaign against President Tinubu or against any politician. That's not what we are saying. But when you lend your voice from your pulpit on a Sunday service, when church is gathered, all the cameras are facing you. When you lend your voice, it will go a long way. You lend your voice to call out the president, to call out the Senate. Every Sunday, every pastor should be doing that. In Nigeria, especially the influential pastors, even the pastors are pastoring, say, a 2,000 congregation, 5,000, they should be lending their voice. Because some of them may even have.
It's not bad either.
Some of them may even have 1,000 congregation, 2,000, but they have a great number of followers on social media. So it is important that they lend their voice because the situation we are in is very terrible. Pastors calling out politicians does not mean they are campaigning against politicians. Yeah, thank you very much. Does not mean they are campaigning against politicians. Pastors calling out politicians, especially on the issue of hunger, the bad economy of the country, and insecurity, does not mean that they are working or campaigning against politicians. But these politicians know the influence of pastors and the imams and the sheikh, or whatever they call them. These politicians know their influence. So some of them, many of us believe, there are people who believe that some of the politicians even uncodedly, on code, give these pastors some money to keep short. Not to be mentioned, like we've heard that sometimes politicians pay some bloggers not to be talking on the issue of the nation. They pay some bloggers to keep quiet, not to post anything that is happening in the nation. So what are you telling me, that I'm a pastor, the battle is not... You are fighting a spiritual battle. There are physical means you must take. Don't be ignorant. There are some physical move and physical actions you must also take. You don't just sit there and be praying. Don't be ignorant. We know how some pastors, I won't mention name, pastors whose names have been mentioned several times by many angry Nigerians. We knew how they came out during Jonathan era. Why won't they come out now and lend their voice when Tinubu is in power? Why should we be doing tribalism? We respect pastors does not mean we should not talk. What's all this nonsense, for goodness sake? What are some of you really saying? I beg.